We back. It's been almost a week. We had a little grace period where we was sitting down, chilling, enjoying the Echo TV show series that was highly anticipated. Uh, I'm speechless, and this is not in a good way.
We're gonna have a disagreements about this, but I mean, I can't wait to talk about this show. I mean, where do we start with this? Like, first of all, let's just get our letdowns out real quick. Like you said, we were really anticipating this show. It was a big tease, and I just felt like it didn't know where to go. So I'm disappointed. I'm highly disappointed in Marvel right now with this. Like, how could you tease something so epic and then just like have a massive letdown?
I wanted to go ahead and just start this off by saying I feel like this TV show was placed it was placed in the wrong time period, if we're being honest.
Why do you say that?
Because of the fact that we was just had such a build up to this whole multiverse type of thing, and then now we're here going back to some street level type of thing. And I've sat and we've had conversations about Kingpin in the past, and again, I'm disappointed in the portrayal of Kingpin in another Marvel TV show. And the fact that the trailer was so misleading, and I mean really misleading. I'm sitting down watching the trailer, and I'm just like, this is definitely going to be something. This is going to be something like what we used to see, on Netflix, and it just had that Disney Marvel print on it. It didn't have I could tell. I felt it. I felt it. It was I could tell there's a big difference. So I wanted to go ahead and start off with that, where I was just extremely disappointed in this TV show, and I literally struggled after the first two episodes. I struggled to get through the last three.
You and me both, bro. Like, how do I say this? I feel like this is a case of mistaken identity. It felt like it was going to be a Netflix Marvel series, and then it turned into a Disney Plus show, and it just went all over the place. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot going on with this show. Like, I didn't know whether it was one or the other, and it were times where it was Netflix, like, Marvel TV show, like, right there, and then it just went right back up to Disney Plus, and then they were trying to merge it together, and it just didn't click.
Yeah, it just, goodness, oh my God, I don't want to offend nobody, but man. Oh man, where we want? Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get back. Let's get into this backstory thing, right? So
Okay.
We're going to take this back to Hawkeye, the Disney series, Marvel TV show series, where Ronan, which is Clint Barton, which is Hawkeye, he kills Maya, the main protagonist in the Echo TV show series, his father. Where later on, when Maya catches up with Clint, Clint tells her that Kingpin killed her father, right? So towards the end of the Hawkeye TV show series, Maya shoots Kingpin point blank in the face, thinking under the assumption that she killed him. I'm gonna stop right there. Maya, an assassin, shoots Kingpin in the face, intentionally trying to kill him.
Point blank, if we're going to be accurate about it.
Point blank. I won't say this part again. Maya, an assassin, shoots the Kingpin in the face point blank, under the assumption that she killed him. I'm assuming you didn't catch on what I just said just now.
I see where you're going with this, but how do we say this in the TV shows? If you don't see a body, you can't assume that they're dead. Marvel's notorious for doing this. So I mean, this is Kingpin we're talking about, but where do you go with this? Okay, so what is Kingpin at this point right now though? Like 0-3? Like can a brother just get a win, bro? Can he get like some riz in this series? I mean, if we're gonna be accurate about this, like the greatest part about this show, to be honest with you, was that not only were they able to dabble in MA rating, which we were talking about in the last pod about making it dark, which they ain't afraid of doing now. So that's big news for us fans.
Is it?
I think so because we should go darker. It shouldn't just be rated PG-13. I mean, I get it. They're doing it for the kids and all that, and for the toy sales, and I get it. But to actually go into what I really want to talk about is the fact that the MCU has now officially canonized all the Netflix series. And we're talking about Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, I hate to say it, Iron Fist, and the Punisher, and then the sixth and final one is the Defender. So everything that had happened in those series, in those TV shows on Netflix are officially canon. And now they are on Disney Plus, and they actually show you the timeline which each show takes place in. So everything that happened in those series happened in the MCU's timeline, the 616, the main timeline that we're on. So yeah, like going back to what I say, what is Kingpin like? 0-3? I mean, last time we left Kingpin in season 3 of Daredevil defeated him. He knows who Matt Murdock is. He knows the identity of Daredevil, for those who don't know who Daredevil's government name is. And then we have the Hawkeye series. They introduce Echo, Maya Lopez. Not only does Kingpin get dogged by Kate Bishop, Kate Bishop, he gets shot in the face by Maya and then is presumed dead. And then gets defeated again by Maya, but I don't really consider it a win.
He was defeated. He was
Think
crying.
so?
He was crying.
It's more of a mental battle than a physical battle because physically speaking, I don't think Kingpin would have lost in a hand-to-hand combat or in a fist fight with Maya. But that's who are we to say who's going to win because it never actually happened.
Why we never saw that? I don't understand.
My opinion about this show, going in, my expectation was that we were going to get like a Daredevil series, like dark and gruesome, and we were going to get hallway fights, and we were going to get some dramatic storylines. And I was under the presumption that Daredevil was going to be the main, kind of like the main hero in this show, and Kingpin was going to be the Kingpin that we all loved and admired in the Daredevil series. But I don't know. I feel like I was watching a Marvel show, but with a Disney princess ending at the end. I don't even know what to say because I'm like I liked it, but I also hate it.
Sounds like a
Like,
marriage.
sound. I don't want to say it, but you said it. But yeah, you're right. It's a marriage, yo. Like you were waiting for this to happen, and when we get it, like it's a massive letdown. Like, bro, like we say, like the first 2 episodes were amazing, bro. Like, and then it felt like the direction, like the only way they could go was the direction was going up, and then somehow they're all the way up here, and it just goes right back down slowly. And then the ending was a big like WTF, like a slap to the face to the viewers, to the fans, bro. Like I'm sitting here like, what the hell am I watching? Like I don't know. Did you get the same feeling that I get? Because I sat here and I was like I ain't gonna lie to you. I was sitting here thinking that I was like drunk. I'm sitting here like with my drink in my hand, like I know I cannot be this turned up, bro. Like I'm sitting there, pause the show before it even ended to the credit scene. I'm like, did I just witness that? Like what the fuck just happened? And I went back, rewatched it again, and I was like, okay, that actually did happen. Oh shit, why? That's all I could. That's all I asked myself at the end of the day when it got to the end credit scenes and I'm sitting there. Why? Why did you do this?
Like I said, at the episode 2, I was just like, man, I can't wait till this is over. I was thinking about what dinner was gonna be. That's how uninterested I was. After that, I was like, man, chicken. I haven't had chicken in a while. That's
Shoot,
what I
and I
was
binge
thinking.
watched this the whole night. They came out, bro. I ain't getting no sleep. I sat here watched every episode like I was watching like Daredevil. I'm sitting here like, yeah, I've never like missed a like Netflix series. When they came out the day they came out on Friday, all I did after work was binge watch it till the next day. And sometimes I'll binge watch it all over again. And I sat here and I was like, 5 episodes, I can do it. I get into the first 2. This is amazing. The first episode, don't get me wrong. First episode had me hype, bro. We got Daredevil to come back. That fight scene was incredible. The way that they shot it remind me of the Daredevil Netflix. I'm sitting here and he just shit talking, and he's just over there just dogging everybody, bro. That shit was tight. It was a good like flashback scene, and then she's on the run. She goes back home to Oklahoma, and then she's on hiding because she killed Kingpin supposedly. And then she has trouble in paradise because she's on the run, and her family actually doesn't know that she's still alive or not. So she comes in trying to just hide. And apparently she has an uncle that works for Kingpin, which who didn't know that? And she gets herself into trouble. She wants to take the kingdom for herself. And then Kingpin has like a soft spot for Maya. And then I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to tie all the loose ends and show you why Maya and Kingpin were like had this relationship and how far it went. It was weird. And then at the end, Maya didn't want to control his kingdom, and she kind of let go. And then she found out she had powers, and kind of find out that her bloodline, each generation had a female family member who had powers, which still left me kind of like, why? Because in the comic book, none of this happened. She has no superpower. She's just a regular human who can echo people's fighting abilities. She can't perfect it, but she can. She sees it one time. She can imitate it. And then you add that she has some magical powers from her Choctaw Nation, Choctaw people, and it is not really clear if they're gods or they're aliens or whatever they are. Celestials, if you want to call them. I don't even know what direction. Like at the same time, I felt like it was rushed. So I don't know. You tell me. What do you think?
Well, first off, I wanted to start off by saying when I cut on the first episode, I'm like, did I accidentally click something else? Like
you're not the only one. You're not the only one, bro. I'm sitting here like,
I said, did I click something else? Because I know I clicked on Echo. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I was kind of turned off when I was watching that, and then like after every beginning of every single episode after that, it started off with the ancestor scenes, and it's just tough for me. It was very very tough for me to get through. Now we talking about after we have like the little flashback scene after the first episode where she shoots the Kingpin, and then goes to Oklahoma to, I guess, lay low, and then she just runs into like her family that she hasn't seen in God knows how long. She's avoiding some family members, and her uncle, he's like works for the Kingpin, and she wants to ask her uncle for help to help take down the Kingpin's empire at the same time. Like, I'm sorry, but the writing for this TV show was just absolutely awful. Absolutely awful.
I totally agree.
Like, I'm just thinking at the train scene where she sabotaged the weapons, like off break, like we automatically assumed that it came from Oklahoma. And I'm just talking about the mafia gang that was in New York that works for the Kingpin. They just automatically assumed it was from Oklahoma. So Henry's employee, what was Jesse? That was his name, Jesse. The one that one that was money hungry and wanted the bounty. That was the one that called those henchmen to Oklahoma. Like,
I don't remember his name. You might be right
yeah,
on that. It
yeah.
wasn't not
So
important to me to even care.
yeah, like
I'm sorry.
the whole reason why the Kingpin knew that Maya was in Oklahoma was because of Jesse. I'm sorry if I'm getting that name mixed up, but that's the whole reason why we knew that, because the gang showed up in Oklahoma after Jesse and two women that probably have no fighting experience whatsoever was able to catch her, Maya, tied her up, and put her in a utility closet. Just
You're
saying.
right.
Just saying.
You're right.
I'm just saying. And then on top of all that, I'm just looking back at that particular scene where Maya was in the utility closet by herself and she was trying to escape. She creates this like BB gun type of weapon and she shoots out the lights, right? The girl, I don't know how what her association is with Jesse, the heavier set girl. She goes, "I have a gun. Where are you?" As she walks in the utility closet, it was pitch black in there. What you think was gonna happen?
There's so many flaws in this writing, bro. But I don't know where to begin with this because I don't know if this was the writer's strike that caused this issue or they just didn't know where to go with this. But there is some hope for this show because it's not an excuse, but they say it's because they weren't given enough time to film all the actual scenes, so they had to cut it as much as possible. That in the way you can see they patched a lot of this stuff is that they used a lot of unedited or unseen screen time with in Hawkeye. So like not only did you have a runtime to film this, the writer's strike as well, and then the writers didn't know what direction where to go and how to end it, so they changed some of the storylines and added their own interpretation of it. And this is where we have an issue as fans because I come to find out that Kevin Feige wasn't really in like the mix is what I'm trying to say. We got so much stuff going on, so many shows coming out, so many movies that he can't be everywhere at once. And you could tell this is where the shows are actually becoming like an issue. Like, and some of the movies are becoming an issue, and it's becoming to the point where like Kevin Feige needs to like be like on top of everything. And you could tell where Kevin was like,
hold on, wait. So what you're trying to tell me is, are you just talking about just this Echo TV show, or you talk about the past couple movies and the past couple TV show series? Kevin Feige hasn't been involved as he was in the first couple phases of Marvel of the MCU.
Correct. The second one.
That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, they're saying that he doesn't get to like how he used to be able to sit down and watch, like be watching a movie or watching a show and be like, all right, that's the Kevin Feige stamp. I approve this show, or I approve this movie. Because we got so much going on, bro. Like they're recording different things at the same time. You got what do we had? We had WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki. But you could tell there are some shows out there that you could tell that Kevin was on top of that. Like, yeah, that's going to be the shit. This is going to be connected to this.
Can I get an example of what he was on top of?
I would have to say he was on top of WandaVision because that had a point. Loki was definitely one of the best ones because you could tell it was connected to the whole multiverse. Doctor Strange, even though it wasn't that great of a film, I still love it though. But you could start like Falcon and Winter Soldier. You could tell he was on top of that, even though it wasn't one of the best shows out there. But you could start seeing where like things started getting weird. Moon Knight, I liked the show, but you could tell it didn't know whether to be an adult show or just be rated PG-13. What else? Oh, Secret Invasion was definitely that was definitely not a Kevin Feige likes. Like I'm pretty sure he skimmed through it. It was like, yeah, that sounds about right. We can just throw it out there. Let's just get it out there and get it out the way. because it was going to be connected to the Marvels.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Even though Marvels wasn't a great movie, you could tell that he was there. Yeah, it had his presence in the movie. Like it had a direction, a storyline that was going to do something. What else? She-Hulk. Definitely, you could tell She-Hulk was definitely not Kevin Feige right there, bro. He probably left it on the hands of somebody he could trust, and they were probably like, "Yeah, Kevin's gonna like it, so let's just throw it out there."
They fumbled the
And that
ball.
they fumbled the ball, the bag, whatever you want to say, bro. Like you could tell, like and that's your girl's TV show, and I like the randomness about it, and it was cringy, but it wasn't an MCU show. They don't even get me started with the whole Son of Hulk like end credit scene that we got at the end, and Matt Murdock just over there just chilling in the background, like, yeah, I'm part of this now. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. What else we got that you could tell that they fumbled the bag on?
They fumbled the bag on all of them. If we're being honest, we already said that. Well, I've already said it. I enjoy
even on Loki, because Loki was one of the best ones.
Like we said, I gave you 3. I'm gonna give you Loki, Moon Knight, and Captain America. But outside of that, they fumbled the bag on all of them. All the rest of them.
Damn. I mean, there's no argument for me. There's nothing for me to argue with about it because
for you to sit here and say the MCU TV shows fumbled the bag, and they was good. With, okay, so Luke Cage, Punisher, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Defenders, Iron Fist. That's not the MCU. That's Marvel Netflix. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's his own little story, but now it's canon because everything that happened is now actually in the MCU now. They canonized it.
But that's what that is. I don't want people to get confused. Like that was good stuff. This right here were 6 episodes for 35 minutes to 40 minutes. That's the MCU. Now, we dabbled into finally get some MA mature
audience
content. But after watching this, it doesn't look good.
I agree with you. It doesn't. Like
it doesn't look good. So if this TV show bombs, we talking about we were hoping that this would open the door for a possible return to Punisher, especially Punisher, because it is very important. That TV show is going to be rated MA, and they can't hold anything back with that TV show. That's what made it so freaking great, opposed to the movies. Same thing with the other shows. If it's not MA, it's going to be utter disappointment. So with this TV show, I'm asking you, with it, if the reviews aren't great, which I haven't looked at it yet, does it help? Uh-huh. Does it help or hurt the chances of us getting those TV shows back? Well, Daredevil is already confirmed, but for the rest of them,
to be totally honest with you, I feel like this is a definite like. It would hurt the MCU. Like, it's a definite loss, bro. It really just is because, like I stated, like you couldn't tell what this show was about. Like it didn't know where to go. It had a direction, but it felt like they, like it was an interception, bro. They threw the ball and and the other team got it, and it just kind of like I don't get it, bro. Like I just don't get it. Like I mean I don't want to make excuses for the MCU, bro. I like the MCU. I love it, MCU, but it just feels like there's just too much going on at this point. Like. Either we need to stop doing the TV shows, which I'm not 100% opposed against it, but you do need some of them, or we stop making so many movies at the same time. Because like Kevin Feige can't be everywhere at once, bro. He's the main dude. He's the dude is keeping this franchise going, bro. He started it. He's the only one holding on to it. It's his baby. The other thing too is yes, Daredevil is confirmed. One thing I do know, because there was news that Kevin Feige at first when they were filming Born Again, he had to re-scrap the entire script because he did not like it. He went in and he was like, no, stop, no, we're rewriting the whole series. This is not what it's going to be about. So which means Kevin Feige knows what he's doing. So I guess he must have saw the direction of the film of the show and was like, that's not where we're going. Like, no, trash. So I do believe in him. He's like, how do I say this? Like, he is Bill Belichick, I guess, in a way, in the MCU, bro. Like, you need him, bro. You need him. You definitely need him because if he's actually doing this and he's fumbling the bag for a reason, I don't believe that. Like people say, like Kevin Feige lost his groove. It's you can't win everything. Yeah, that's true, bro. You can't go to the Super Bowl all the time, bro. And even if you get in the Super Bowl, you're not gonna win every single time, bro. But at the same time, like I still have faith in Kevin Feige. I believe that maybe it's a little too much going on for him for one person. You know what I mean? Like you can't do everything, bro. You can't be everywhere at once. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But let's be honest. Like the MCU is going down. They just need to. They need to stay to a direction. That's all they need to do is find the direction that they're going at. Like and stick with it into the end. Like if you're gonna do a multiverse thing, do a whole multiverse thing. And if you're gonna have side stories, that's cool. But try to keep them limited, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to milk a character that doesn't need to be milked, to be honest with you. Like, I came in here thinking that the Echo was going to be, like, the gate, like, the door opening for, like, other characters that were going to get rated MA. I'm kind of highly disappointed because if Echo kind of bombed like this, what is Daredevil going to look like? I mean, what do you think? Like, do you agree? Like, do you think this is hurting, like, chances for Daredevil to come out? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure the fans are not just disappointed, but also to the point where they're getting tired of this. Like, they're like, yo, bro, like, this show bombed, so why should I care about Daredevil? Especially for the ones who have never watched the Netflix series.
So, how many episodes? They said there was supposed to be 20, 23 episodes of Daredevil Born Again?
Yeah, something like that. They're going to release them in small increments.
Right. So, what's the release date again? 2025?
I gotta look that up. Daredevil. Was it Born Again?
Yeah, Born Again. I thought the release date was going to be 2025.
2020. Hold on. 2025. They're still filming it right now.
Yep, I thought so. So, yeah, 2025. 20 episodes for Daredevil.
Actually, when I'm looking it up now, it says 18 episodes divided two. So, like, I guess you can say divided in two series. Like, part 1, it was 9 episodes, and part 2 is going to be 9 episodes. So, 18 in total.
18 total episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it just because of the fact that Charlie Cox is in it, and I really want to see what the plot is going to be. Now, after this nasty taste that was left in my mouth with this TV show series, look, no disrespect, but how they did the whole sign language thing in this TV show, I can't even say this is freaking nice, yo. I'm gonna just come out and just say it.
Just say it.
It don't work. It just doesn't work. I get it at the end, towards the end, where Kingpin had some type of a device that helped him communicate with Maya, but outside of that, the way they were communicating with Maya with the sign language, it wasn't working for me. It really wasn't working for me.
To be honest with you, like, the whole sign language thing, it doesn't bother me. It's just the concept of, like, Kingpin not actually bothering to give a damn about learning sign language. Like I get it. He's a busy dude, but at the same time, bro, you raised this girl and you don't even bother to even know how to sign. Like, it just seems like lazy writing. It just seems like the villain is lazy. And this is my only thing that grinds my gears with the MCU. Like, I think I said this last time in the pod. Stop, for the love of God, stop dogging the villains, bro. Like, especially the villains that are good, bro. Like, stop shitting on them. Stop making it so easy for the hero to dog the villain, and then come over here and talk about he's like he's supposed to be feared. Like, how am I supposed to fear a villain if he keeps getting dogged? You know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't get it, bro. Like, stop shitting on your villains, bro. You need your villains just as much as you need your heroes.
Especially the Kingpin. And still, in this TV show, still doing low-level work. Still doing low-level work. What the hell are you doing in Oklahoma? Ain't nothing in Oklahoma.
Facts. And first of all, like, why did he let her leave? This is a Kingpin, bro. This is you don't just escape New York City, bro. His people would have found her before she even got close to, like, the highway, bro. And the whole thing too at the ending. Why did you let her leave? Bro, like you're supposed to be murking people, bro. Like no, there's supposed to be no survivors, no witnesses, and no trace. The first thing you do the complete opposite of what most people do. You don't. Not only did you not send the right henchman to go kill her, you actually go out of your way to go to Oklahoma to meet a I guess stepdaughter you want to call
Niece.
niece. Sorry, niece.
And can I take this a step further? By the way, I don't know if you remember this or not in the Daredevil TV show series, but in this TV show, they said Wilson Fisk's name so freaking loosely. In Daredevil, we don't say his name.
Yeah,
we say our employer. We don't say his name, and they're already just saying it.
and they're just out here just like willy nilly with it too.
Like, bro,
like, and the name is not even like it's supposed to be. Like when you say his name, it's supposed to be sound like it's supposed to be scary. Like you're not supposed to say it like taboo. Like shut up, like this kid's his Kingpin, bro. We don't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like it just I don't know, bro. Like
it's like you waiting in line at Willy Wonka. Like everybody's saying his name, like Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka. Like you're not supposed to say Wilson Fisk. He is the Kingpin. You will be dead. You be dead. Dead by speaking name. That's how it goes. Dead by speaking name. And then you just turn around and just like, I will help you with Fisk. Fisk is not a threat.
and then this is the same guy in the Netflix series who was running the crime organization, bro, running drugs, loitering money. He even the hand served under him, bro. That goes to show you how badass of a villain he really was in the Netflix series. And bro, nobody said his name. His shit was on point. And when he did come out and kill somebody or dog somebody, he was like there was no equal. Like season 1, Daredevil struggled to fight Kingpin. He just found a way and was able to knock him out. Season 2, he's in prison, bro. He runs the fucking facility. And then even has the Punisher commit a crime in jail so he doesn't have to serve more time. And then dogs the man. He come out there like, yo, like, you Kingpin, you try to kill me? Oh, I should kill you right now. And he was like, okay, come at me. And what'd he do? I get Punisher that, yo. John Bento was a beast, bro. He's like, man, fuck this dude. And then he got there, they started getting a couple good hits on each other, and he just put that man down. He's like, sit your ass down, yo. You don't know who I am.
Season 3, he turns snitch, and he snitches on a few crime lords just for him to get his release. And then he's able to manipulate the FBI.
The FBI, bro. He didn't even pay them. He manipulated them. And then not only did he manipulate the FBI, he played them and then turned one of the best FBI agents they had and turned him into a killer under his name and got him to dress as the Daredevil. And then on top of that, this man married his girlfriend and turned into his wife, and nobody stops this man. And then here comes Daredevil. The Daredevil that couldn't even wear his costume out in public anymore came out there. It was a three-way fight, struggling to survive. Luckily, he got in a couple good hits, and then like it still didn't defeat the Kingpin, bro. Like he was like, okay, fine, whatever. We got a mutual respect for each other. You stay your way, I stay in my way. And then he dogged Bullseye. Well, actually, handicapped that man too. Broke him in half. And then we get the Hawkeye series, like I say. And then like, don't get me wrong, I don't care about the Hawaiian shirt. It was watered down.
I do. I care about the Hawaiian shirt.
And just the Kate Bishop scene, like I didn't mind the fight. You knew he was gonna dog her, and then just shooting the arrow to explode that one device that exploded on him, and he survives.
He shouldn't have been fighting her in the first place.
True. Like I really thought we were gonna get Echo dogging Kate Bishop, and the only best scene was when what's her name, Natasha's sister was fighting Hawkeye.
All right.
I don't know. Like, and in the fight scene at the end, bro, don't even get me started. Like, why is there superpowers involved?
The mom, excuse me, not the mom, Echo and her cousin Bonnie
and
and the
her mom.
grandmother. Oh, the grandmother.
It was her grandmother? I thought. Oh yeah, grandmother. Sorry, correction. Yeah, correction.
Grandmother. They all had
Superpowers.
echoed the powers from their ancestors, and all of a sudden, Maya touched the Kingpin, touched him, and then he was able to get taken back to where he was a child, where he was experiencing one of his dad beating his mom, and Maya's over here trying to talk him off the ledge. It's okay. Calm down. Let it go. I'm just like, this just took a turn for the worst. What am I watching? This is not supposed to be like this. This is not supposed to be like this. I don't care. Like, I get it, but still.
I don't know. And then the fact that he runs away and then lets her live, and like the henchmen just walk away, and it's kind of like, and he's broken, and he's just sitting there, and they're like, oh, we need a mayor. And then he was like, I know what I want to do. Call the big bosses. And it's assumed that he's going to run for mayor when he has already run for governor, which I just felt like that's when you could tell the budget was cut real short in this show. The writers were you had the writer's strike. Kevin wasn't on top of this show. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore, bro. I mean, there's nothing I can really say that really can save the show, for the fact that the only thing that was the greatest thing that happened in this show is that we got Daredevil back in the red suit. That's it.
That's it. That was the best part. Like, when we did that first episode, I'm like, I like this. I like it. But I will say this: I did not agree with the camera angles in that particular fight scene. I didn't. Like, there was something, I'm gonna have to do some research on those camera angles, why they did it like that. But I wasn't feeling it. Nice segue though. Best fight scene throughout the whole series.
And it just felt like Daredevil's going to be all over this TV show, and it felt like Daredevil like 3.5, like season 3.5. You know what I'm saying? But he only one episode, bro. Come on, bro. I get it, but come on, bro. Like, you can't. But then you have Kingpin in this entire series, and it just like. And then on top of that, we don't even get Kingpin till like episode 3. And he's like broken. Like, I don't get it. Like, why do they do this? Like, why do you tease something and then not, like, do what you said you were going to do?
The trailer was so misleading.
It was so misleading. Like, if you're gonna have Daredevil, at least have him acknowledge that him and Kingpin are actually rivals with each other. At least for the people who don't know the Netflix series, who never bothered to watch it or even knew it existed on Netflix. I mean, that's what you do for the fans. So the people who don't watch every single series, they'd be like, "Oh snap, how do those two know each other?" Because then you're gonna throw them in a movie and be like, "Well, how do I know he's his villain?" Well, if you watched Netflix Daredevil, like, you would have known that. I don't get it, bro. Like, I felt that we were gonna get the three of them fighting at each other, and I didn't see the superpower bullshit coming out of nowhere. Stop changing people's origins, bro. Stop giving everybody superpowers. Not everybody needs superpowers. For the love of God, stop.
That kind of like changes the whole like power level situation as far as the Kingpin. Like, you gave Maya powers, so if they were to get into a hand-to-hand combat fight, he's gonna lose.
Yeah. Only thing I thought I saw this power going was that she could only heal herself. So I assumed that she was going to fight Kingpin and he was going to dog her, and then she has the power to heal herself. Kind of like for people who watch Dragon Ball Z, we had Dende, who can heal you. I swear I thought the direction was going. But then to be able to, oh my God, just echo the power to your bloodline, and just like, here, take my powers and use it to fight. And then you don't even use it on the Kingpin, bruh. And it, like, how do you know you can heal somebody mentally when you have never even established that you could do that in the first place, bro? Like, I don't get that shit, bro. This is like a race situation in Star Wars who's never been gifted with the power whatsoever. And for the love of God, you can learn you as you're learning your power, you becoming a master at it. Like, stop. Just stop doing that shit, yo. Stop. Like, give them a trial and error, bro. Let them have space to breathe. Like, let them find out that their powers come on the first episode and let them fail at doing it. And then at the end of the series, be like, well, I've been practicing the entire series to get better at this. And then actually let them have like a little chance to win and then lose because they still are in learning their powers. Or at least have a tie, for the love of God, bro. Like, I was waiting for a fight scene, and it's just like, oh no, stop me, no, mom, stop, leave me alone. And she's like, stop, let it go, it's the past, let the past be the past. Stop. My God, nobody wants to talk about your feelings. I just want to see people get destroyed, bro. This is Kingpin. The only thing I got was that he dogged an ice cream man that was in the back alley of a dumpster.
Ice cream man that was had the little pushy joke. He didn't even have a truck.
And to be honest with you, he had it coming. The ice cream man had it coming, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, at least the action was the only other benefit of the show, was that at least you got to see the violence in it. But like, I mean, even that was not even enough for me to be satisfied. Like, where's the treachery? Where's the savagery? Like, you know, like, where's the Kingpin that I know? Like, you know, the man that, like, hiding in his car talking to his right hand man talking about finisher, do it, get it over with. Where's the savage Kingpin that I know that ain't going down without a fight? They humanize it. They try to humble it, bro. Stop. That's what makes him notorious, bro. His life story, his tragedy is what makes him a monster, bro. Stop trying to cure him. He's not curable. He is a monster. He wants to hurt people. You even said in the trailer that he was going to hurt people and he was going to continue hurting people. The fact that you did what you did, you kind of humanized him, and it's kind of like, why do I even give a fuck? Like, why do I care? You healed him, so how are you going to come back and be like, he's a monster, a cold-blooded killer? The fact that him and Daredevil have unfinished business is not satisfying enough for me, bro. Stop it. And then you had Daredevil sitting over here talking about getting some cheeks in LA, wearing a red and yellow suit, bro. And then doing the walk of shame, bro. Okay, cool. He got some cheeks. He was getting cheeks in the series anyway. So, like, I don't know what they're doing with these characters, bro. Stop trying to make them funny. They're not funny. They're heroes. They're supposed to be badass.
On a lighter note,
I'm sorry I had a rant. I'm sorry I had to let that out.
What was your favorite fight scene throughout this 5-episode series?
The first episode, the Daredevil fight.
Just the Daredevil fight, or everything leading up to the Daredevil fight?
Everything leading to the Daredevil fight. The fact that she got groped. I think she broke that dude's hand, and then she killed that one dude. That's how she became an assassin. I think she was 18, 19 years old at the time. This takes place between the 5-year gap, the snap, the blimp was what they call it in the MCU. She had to make a decision, and then here comes Daredevil, just starting shit for no reason. He's like, I was tracing these people for hours, dog. Like, and then you came along and ruined it. And he just beat on the henchman and beat on her. Thank God he didn't get dogged, bro. I'm sorry. Like, if she dogged him, I would have turned that TV show off. I'm done. Like, I would have been done. Like, if she went hand to hand and she was like holding her own against Daredevil, at this point, Daredevil got, like, his rookie years are long gone now. Like, he's a hero. Like, he got some fight in him. You know what I'm saying? Because this takes place after Daredevil season 3, bro. So, you know, he can spar. But if she went in and held her own, okay, cool. But if she dogged him in a fight and had him, you know, like, knocked out, or even, like, was like, yeah, we're equally par, I'm sorry. I would have just turned it off. I would have turned it off if they did that, bro. Thank God they didn't go that route, because I'm gonna say, if you put Daredevil down like that, I'm done. But overall, that was the best fight scene ever, in my opinion, in the show. I mean, I can't think of any other action scenes besides the train. Even that wasn't even satisfying.
What about the skating ring?
Average at best.
You know, it had a little bit of a John Wick vibe to it.
You think so?
It did. Had a John Wick vibe.
I'm trying to remember, but I didn't like the camera angles in that fight.
Well, personally, I ain't like none of the camera angles in the fights, and I'm starting to feel like, don't quote me on this. I'm starting to feel like there was a little bit of an issue between Maya being able. Well, what's her real name? I'm sorry.
Who? Echo? Maya Lopez?
Yeah, Maya Lopez. What's the actress's name?
I don't remember the top of my head right now. I gotta look that up.
Her name is Aliqua Cox. Aliqua. So I'm starting to think Aliqua may have had a little bit of an issue doing some of the stunts.
Think so? I mean, I thought the choreography wasn't bad. It was the camera angle. It was the director.
Yeah, well, the camera. I ain't never seen no camera angles like that, and usually that's some basic camera angle stuff that you should be able to correct. So I'm really starting to feel it had more to do with the actress than the actual like person that was doing the camera angles.
True. And like, what do you think about the acting though? Like, did you feel like they had like some average actors in there? Like, I felt like some of the acting was just terrible.
You really can't do much with it. Like, you're speaking in sign language. How much acting are you doing?
True, but I'm not even talking about just her as an actress. I'm talking about like the whole entire series. Besides Kingpin, I think he was the only one that I felt like he was the only one that was kind of acting, to be honest with you, bro.
Her uncle, William, he's a pretty good actor. Bonnie really didn't have that much screen time, if we're being honest. The grandmother, not much screen time. So
the henchman,
I've seen him in quite a few things, so he's all right, but again, it wasn't really not much acting going on in this TV show because the whole time, so I can't.
True.
I can't really voice it. So, I will probably say this is the last thing before we end up closing this thing out. So, after the events of this TV show series, Born Again is already confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
What are we expecting in Born Again based off of what we saw in this Echo TV show series?
So, like when we left off with the cliffhanger was that Daredevil has the idea to run for mayor for New York City. So, the possibility is that we can get Daredevil Born Again series where it's taking place where he's running for the election for mayor or he's already the mayor. I believe
Charlie Cox?
No, Kingpin.
Okay, Kingpin. Okay.
Yeah, remember that was the end credit scene. He was in this plane and he saw the news, and the news was saying that most of these people that were competing for the election were like Two-Face, snakes, and all that, and they need someone who actually has a backbone, who's willing to fight for the people. And and Kingpin is for the people. You know, he has his own belief about New York City and how he wants to save it, even though it's his own twisted mind. So, like I said, you could either have it where Kingpin is running for mayor during the election or already is mayor in the beginning of the series. Either way, I'm okay with it. But so the point is, what the rumor is, the speculation is that Kingpin is supposed to be mayor by the beginning or the end of the series, and is supposed to be stopping the street level heroes. I guess you could say, like, create Sokovia Accords, but for New York City. And then start like a civil war between the low-level heroes. Hence why Daredevil is trying to stop Kingpin. But Kingpin has his own agenda that he is trying to get the public's eye to see him in a different light, like he did as a governor. And then also manipulate the system with inside. So, not only run the streets, but also run the politics side of it. So you can see Daredevil's like, oh no, this guy can't be trusted. He was the governor before, he'll do it again. And then of course you're going to have people like, they're going to vouch for Kingpin and be like, Fisk is right, yo. Like, these heroes need to be controlled. They need to be stopped. They just can't be doing. They're causing more harm than good.
Right.
So that's what I'm hearing. The leaks is that he's going to do whatever it takes to stop Kingpin. But I think at the end, Kingpin's going to win and end up having the government agree that these street level characters need to be they need to be, how do I say, watched. They need to be controlled. And which is supposed to also lead into Spider-Man 4. Supposedly, the rumor is that Spider-Man and Daredevil are supposed to tag team together to fight the Kingpin. So, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be the main character in that one or like a side villain in that, but only time will tell. Because, you know, a lot of people want to see Spider-Man and Kingpin to go together, but also that's where the speculation goes, like, Spider-Man's a hell of a lot stronger than Kingpin, because in the comics, they're pretty much on par with each other.
Thank you, Echo and Kate Bishop.
Yeah, thank you for that.
For ruining that experience for me.
Highly disappointed.